Hey guys, it's your girl Viv, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the 5 biggest lessons I've learned living in New York City for 2 years. So as most of you know, I moved here at 18 and now I am 20. So I have a couple lessons that I think you guys should know, just in general in life, or if you are moving to New York City, these tips will be useful for you. I feel like these tips can apply to anybody living in any big city. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, so lesson number 1, always keep your head up. And I mean this in 2 different ways. So first, always keep your head up, have eyes in the back of your head, because you really never know who ends up being a whack job. Someone that looks like totally normal could end up, you know, wanting to steal your purse or stab you, or you honestly never know. I don't want to be negative on my channel, but always keeping your head up is super important on the streets, on the subway, your walk home. Just make sure that you are aware of your surroundings at all times. Also guys, if you notice anything red under my nails, I ate a whole bag of Takis yesterday, so it's kind of like painted the under part of my nails, so don't judge, okay? Takis are bomb, and yes, they are vegan, so that is what's under my nails, okay? And the other meaning of keep your head up, which is, you know, the more positive one, is don't get discouraged with the little things, you know, shake it off. It's New York City, there's a lot of opportunities. There's also a lot of people trying to get the same opportunities as you, so don't stress the little things, you know, don't sweat it, and tomorrow there will be another opportunity. Lesson number 2, everybody is your friend and nobody is your friend. Everybody you meet in New York City will be super friendly with you if they feel like you could be of interest in their personal agenda. So I'm pretty sure this is normal pretty much anywhere in the world, but you'll see it a lot in New York City. In the beginning, someone will be super friendly with you, and then, you know, because you say you have a clothing brand, for example, and they want to be, you know, a stylist for a clothing brand or something, they'll be super friendly with you, like they want to be your best friend, you know, like asking, hey, what are you doing today? Oh my god, yeah, well, if you need any stylists, like let me know, because like I totally did it. No, I actually for now I'm just chilling, like I don't really, you know, need that. And then boom, they unfollow you on Instagram, they're not your friend anymore, they don't reach out to you anymore. So everyone is your friend, but nobody is your friend. Everyone came to New York City to build a future, and if you could possibly be part of a stepping stone for them, they're obviously going to be interested in anything you can offer them. So I mean, I guess it's, you know, expected. I just kind of wish people could be more straightforward with their intentions. Maybe everyone could just walk around with a business card and give that away instead of false expectations for friends. But yeah, so be aware of people's intentions with you and be aware of the kind of relationships you've established with people. Lesson number 3, do not take things to heart, okay? So I come from a small island and everyone knows everyone. I still like had people that I would get conflicts with and everything, like that's normal. But like here, like you could be on the subway and some random crackhead crazy person can not like the color of your shirt and flip out and start literally nitpicking at your hair, at every little personal quality you have, at your ethnicity, at your race, like everything. Someone will just get crazy on you. I mean, there have been huge fights in the subway over something so small, like the smell of a lady's perfume that someone gets mad at because it's too stuffy in the subway. So again, it's New York City. You have to understand there are millions of people, and people pass by millions of people every single day, and a lot of people can't control their anger. Everyone in New York City is pretty stressed out, and they can't take their anger out on their boss. They can't take their anger out maybe on their husband or wife or their friends. So they see a random person in the subway that does the smallest thing and they're going to take it out on you. So that could happen to you. It could be your boss that you feel familiar with, but remember, maybe your boss has been in New York City longer than you have. To your boss, you're just another New Yorker. You're just another person with the dream. So they can lash out on you. They can, you know, treat you a certain way, and you just can't take it to heart. Yes, you feel familiar with them because it's someone you see every day, but maybe they're already used to the hustle and grind and, you know, movement that New York City is. So they've seen so many of you. I know it's like so kind of sad to hear, but they have. So don't take anything to heart, even if it's someone that you think that you know and you think that you are close to. Also, don't take things to heart from acquaintances of yours. This could be, you know, your roommates, your coworkers. This could be people that you know from the gym or bars that you go to, you frequent often. So you see these people frequently. Don't take offense to the way they treat you or things they say. Also, just because in big cities, people don't feel like they owe you anything. You know, in smaller places, everyone knows everyone, and you might need that person in the future. Not need, but like maybe they work at the gas station, maybe they're the local dentist, so you can't kind of be mean to those people. You kind of have to suck up to those people. Not in New York City. I mean, there's so many people, so they don't have to suck up to you. What they say is just, you know, they're just blurting it out. They're not too scared of losing you in a way. What they're saying probably isn't directed personally towards you, so just don't take it personally. Obviously, the fact that they don't suck up to you is a good thing. I mean, nobody likes someone sucking up to you just because they want something out of you. So, you know, it's a good and a bad thing in a way. if you know what I mean. Alrighty guys, lesson number 4, and probably the toughest lesson I have learned while being in New York City, is you're constantly working extra hard, yet everyone is still working harder than you. In New York City, one day really does feel like 1 minute. It is a rat race, so I mean, you can feel like you're doing so much, and then you look back and you realize you really haven't gotten anything done in a day, in a month, in a year. I mean, it's pretty insane. I look back, I feel like I've been here for 1 day and it's almost been 2 years. In a month, it's gonna be 2 years. I'm like, how? And I feel like I haven't gotten anything done. No matter how much you think you've done or how much you think you're doing, there's always going to be someone one step ahead of you. No matter how much you've leveled up personally, there's always someone one level above you. With my background, the way I've been raised and where I come from, I'd consider myself pretty accomplished. I feel like I've done a lot, but there's people from other backgrounds who they could never settle for what I've done or what I'm doing on my day-to-day life. So, you know, people from all these different backgrounds and with all these different mindsets obviously have different goals and are achieving different goals constantly every single day. So you feel like you're kind of never doing enough. But what can I expect? At the end of the day, it is a city of dreams and a concrete jungle, so sometimes it does feel like you have to fight to earn your spot under the sun. Just do as much as you can in a healthy manner on a personal level, and don't compare yourself to others. Because if not, living in the city won't be fun, and living in your own head will not be fun either. So make sure the only person you're comparing yourself to is yourself yesterday or yourself a year ago or a month ago. In my opinion, that's the only way you can constantly level up and grow and work as hard as you can without falling into the rat race or without falling into the keeping up with the Joneses mindset. Joneses? I don't know. Mindset. You guys get what I'm trying to say here. Okay. And tip number 5, and probably one of the most important lessons I've learned in New York City, if you want to move into any big city or if you want to be successful in big cities, especially if you move to a big city on your own. All I'm saying is big city. What the heck? Anyways, the lesson is networking. Networking is key, guys. You're constantly lonely, but you're never alone. So what do I mean by this? You're surrounded by all these people everywhere, but you're never connecting with any of them. The thing is, you can not only become friends with people by networking and create long-term relationships with people, but also business-wise, it's such a smart strategy. You can never know who can be of benefit to you, and I'm not saying this in a selfish way. The people that you're looking for are looking for you. So for example, on a very simple level, I'm looking for a job. How am I going to find a job in New York City? The easiest way is knowing people that know people that know people that is hiring someone. So I needed a job just as much as my general manager needed an employee at the time. So I am looking for that person and that person is looking for me. So it's a win-win and it's not a selfish relationship or connection. I'm going to give a personal example here. When I first moved to New York City, I started frequenting a gym and then I made friends at the gym. One of my gym friends had a roommate who was dating a general manager. That general manager was hiring. I got the job at a retail store with no past retail experience, which is really hard in New York City. From that job, one of my managers had a friend who used to work at that job who's working at a different job now, and then I got a new job at a different retail store from all those different connections, if that made any sense. So it wasn't one-sided. I was not using those people. I was just simply connecting, networking with different people, making friends with different people who knew people that also needed me. So it ended up working out, and that's what networking is. So it's not being selfish, it's not using people, it's networking. So yeah, networking is super important. Don't be shy, get out there, be yourself, because someone needs you as much as you need them. Also, just another little quick thing on networking. In big cities, managers do not sit down all day on a computer looking through online applications, reading applications and resumes. I'm telling you, they never do that. What they do is they know someone who knows someone who knows someone who has referred them to the manager, right? And then that manager interviews you, gets to know you, and then if they're interested in you as an employee, they will go look to their online applications and find your application and read over it. So do not rely on online applications. Every job I've gotten here in New York City was a walk-in, or I knew someone who knew someone who knew someone, okay? So networking, guys, is everything. Alrighty guys, so that just about wraps up the lessons I've learned in New York City. These were not personal lessons because those are way too personal lessons. I have learned so much living in New York City on a personal level, but I'm not going to share those, okay? This is just for the people, you know, moving to a big city that want to know a little bit about it, more on a general level. But you guys can watch as many videos on this topic as you want, but everyone will learn different things when they move to a different city and have a totally different experience. Whoever is planning on moving to New York City or any big city, I totally encourage you on doing it. Even if you want to move back to a smaller place later or back into nature later, you can do that, but there's nothing like the lessons you'll learn in a big city. Like pepper spray is your best friend. No, but seriously guys, if you're planning on moving, I think it's an awesome learning experience, and you know, do it. Rent is not cute, but do it. Alrighty guys, at this point of the video, I am totally sweaty from this ring light and my AC is now on. So I think it's about time to close off this video with a don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to check out my Instagram and my eco-friendly clothing brand at bentasiapparel.com. I will link it all down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't take things from heart. Don't take things from heart. Don't take I can't talk. Also, don't take things Alright guys, lesson number 4, and probably the toughest.